Hello everyone, we got a lot of news for today's video. Now listen to this right here. The bigger picture will be hindsight obvious in 5 years. Planned FUD and attack on UST so regulators can come in with safe CBDCs replacements, right? So we have already been talking about these central bank digital currencies since end of 2020 actually, right? So it's been a while. Again, we see the future. They were saying they support a capitalistic approach to stablecoins so people will get used to using them adoption, not feel like a government regulated takeover. But their plan all along is to be the #1 digital dollar along with some centralized ones so they have in a short leash, i.e. USDC. But they know CBDCs will be accepted more easily if we get 5 years of decentralized stablecoin, right? So we already talked about this once again, guys, luring the people in and giving them something else as the end result. Isn't this crazy? Adoption first, and the downfall of them to be made seen as dangerous, planned attack to be made an example of. After the unraveling of UST, trust is lost. People want safe stablecoins. Regulators will step in now, heavy. CBDCs will be rolled out in the next 1 to 5 years. A lot sooner than that, in my humble opinion, guys. Before 2025, easily. I mean, these people have been researching, experimenting these things a long time ago. All they need is what? A catalyst, an event, right? Problem, reaction, solution to come into play so they could roll out these CBDCs. USDC and USDT will remain the main stablecoin choice until the new world, until CBDCs roll out. This is exactly what governments, people in power wanted to happen. Gives them emergency powers to step in and inject their solution. Again, we just talked about it, guys. Remember, we talked about how there's always a problem, right? The reaction is people in panic, which we just seen. And what's the solution? Regulations. Oh my. We actually do not make these things up. Terra UST has tweeted out, the Terra blockchain has officially halted at block, as you guys can see. So basically, decentralization, by the way. At this point, there's so much stuff happening. It's actually crazy. Tether tweeted out, Tether CTO explains why algorithmic stablecoins don't make much sense. Now listen to this right here. But before we do, if you go down here, what doesn't make sense is a $1 billion market cap company refusing to release an audit while apparently hold one of the world's largest commercial paper holdings. That doesn't make sense, right? Listen to this.
I think that if you want to do an algorithmic stablecoin, for example, it has to be like 300% backed by solid assets, like solid crypto assets, right? So not like 105 or 110% or even less, right? So we have seen cases where the stablecoins have been
one, and it's backed by volatile assets. Great,
yes. So that does not make sense. So if you want to do an algorithmic stablecoin, that had to be insanely backed, multiple 100% backed. And of course, is not many stablecoin issuers, algorithmic stablecoin issuers will like this idea because, of course, if you are 300% back, 400% back, then you will grow really slowly, right? With the 30 billion assets, you get 1 billion stablecoin. So in order to make a 20 billion stablecoin that was like Terra USD, you need 60 billion assets.
60
so
billion in the bank.
It's not the most sexy idea for stablecoin issuers, but that the algorithmic stablecoin issuers, but that it is what it is. That's why with Tether we choose to rely on asset that could follow the US dollar peg extremely closely, and they are extremely they have the highest ratings provided by Standard & Poor's and so on. Because it's not that we are crazy. That we understand really well the risk. We have the need to put our entire portfolio through a liquidity analysis and risk analysis and use the worst case scenarios, right? And all the black swan events in the recent history from 20 years ago. So,
you know what the black swan events is? Tether falling to its grave, guys. Again, we know things aren't making sense at this point in time, or are they? From Crypto Whale, around 8:03 a.m., Tether tanked. What? negative 99% to this number on CoinMarketCap, Bitfinex, and Binance, etc. By 8:57 a.m., they scrubbed the USDT crash and pretended it never happened. Too bad I recorded it on the blockchain where it will live forever. Guys, look at this right here. Flash crash to basically zero tether, by the way, USDT, right? And then it's not there anymore. Is this an API issue, a glitch? We have seen multiple glitches from CMC. We know that, guys, right? XRP going to insane prices as well. So this is how we know something is fishy. These coins are falling to zero, but we've seen XRP glitches to 3, 4, 5 digits. Isn't that interesting, huh, guys? I would just be careful if I was you guys. King Doggo tweet out, in the term of investment, Terra Luna is better than XRP in my opinion. Overall, if you look at the chart, you will see that Terra Luna has uptrend and XRP is more in side trend. And I don't expect XRP's price to go significantly higher than $1 in the near future. Guess what happened to Luna's price, guys? KSI Crypto tweet out, my $2.8 million is literally worth $1,000. What is happening, guys? People are buying Luna, right? All of a sudden, even though it's been crashing and plummeting down. I've never seen $2.8 million turn into $1,000 in only 2 days. This is absolutely insane. XRP will turn the same way, but other direction. There we go, guys, right? Now, listen to this.
I want to be very clear on this. The U.S. government is 100% behind the crash of UST.
I mean, we know usually big main events, right, are pre-planned ahead of time. If not all events are. Jacob King is tweeted out, in 2021, we learned that Federal Reserve officials were secretly trading stocks after injecting unprecedented liquidity. In 2022, they banned themselves from trading stocks just in time for one of the largest recessions ever. Probably just a coincidence, right? Again, these people are in the know, so what they do is try to protect themselves, right? As much as they can. And they have scapegoats as well. Guys, what did we talk about all this time? Remember when we said how things are manipulated and corrupt and rigged? And not only in the crypto sphere, but the stock market and everything else with that, right? Basically all markets. This is why I said everything's basically centralized, guys, right? It's getting more centralized every day. It's a crazy phenomenon. Wilson is tweet out, coins, tokens highly benefited from Tether have a different behavior. They pumped assets they control. In the other hand, we have assets that they don't control, also not benefited from Tether, as we see right here. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this, guys. This is XRP USD. You guys can see this chart. This is XLM USD. You guys can see this chart. This is NEM. You guys can see this chart. And then this is ZRX. You guys can see this chart, right? I mean, they haven't really pumped. All under the previous all-time high. And now look at this chart. Pump, huge pumps, huge gains, right? H-bar, V-chain. I'm pretty sure that's Cardano, and then Aave right there. You guys see, Tether does not control these coins, but Tether controls these coins, right? That's why we were talking about how Bitcoin pumped with fake volume, because they're injecting fake money, fake volume, fake liquidity into Bitcoin. That's how the price went up and up and up. We see the differences, guys. That's how we know these coins we hold are truly the one, basically. Especially XRP is basically guaranteed, but obviously not financial advice. Attorney Jeremy Asudo, see the chart at the first blue arrow? That was Amazon crashing after the dot-com bubble by over 500%. The second blue arrow is a Great Recession crash, losing 55%. Crashes happen. Know what you own, and you'll be fine with time. Beautiful chart right here. Crash right there. That was the first dot-com crash, right? The bubble, the big bubble, and then that was the 2008 crash. Guys, look at that. Literally nothing compared to how parabolically high we went, right? And this is the crash that's taking place now. Is there going to be an uptrend after, or what? I believe the big one is coming, right? The collapse of the whole stock market and everything. That's going to be where the Great Depression hits, in my humble opinion, guys. Just be prepared for any scenario. But I'm pretty sure that takes place before 2025, so be ready. But anyways, that's all for you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, if you guys please leave a like, subscribe, and amazing day. And you guys, see ya.